Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome to episode 53. We are continuing our look around San Francisco. Today we return to Pier 9, but instead of following the Bayside Historic Walk, we take a different route, down the length of the pier itself, along the indoor roadway that runs past businesses and eventually leads to the parking area at the pier's far end. Pier 9, like many of the finger piers along the Embarcadero, was originally built as a working wharf for cargo. These structures were designed with both water and land access in mind. Ships tied up alongside the pier, while interior roadway allowed goods to be moved quickly from the Dockside sheds out to Market Street and the city beyond. Today that industrial function has been replaced, but the architectural footprint remains much the same. As we enter the pier, the space feels more like a narrow indoor street than a warehouse. The long corridor stretches straight down the center, lined with commercial spaces, small offices, and storage units. The tall timber-framed roof overhead recalls the pier's early 20th century origins, when heavy beams were needed to support both cargo handling equipment and the constant flow of workers. Walking along, you pass a mixture of tenants. In recent years, piers like this have been repurposed for a variety of businesses, from maritime services and non-profits to creative studios and tech firms making use of the unusual waterfront setting. This reflects a broader trend along the Embarcadero, taking spaces once dedicated entirely to shipping and reimagining them for the 20th century economy. What makes Pier 9 unusual is the way its central passage feels like a road. Vehicles still drive down its length, with a steady flow towards the car park at the far end. The sense of scale, long linear and enclosed, is quite unlike any other street in San Francisco. It's a reminder of how form follows function. These sheds were never designed for beauty, but for efficiency in moving goods between water and land. Reaching the far end, you arrive at the parking area, where the pier meets the open bay. Here the modern use of the space is most obvious. Cars fill a spot once crowded with crates, sacks, and cargo nets, a sign of how far the waterfront has shifted from commerce to convenience. Yet if you look past the vehicles, the setting still offers sweeping views across the water to Treasure Island and the East Bay Hills. That concludes today's walk, the length of Pier 9's indoor roadway, past businesses and offices to its modern car park. It is a space where San Francisco's maritime past and its present-day urban life intersect in surprising ways.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.